Hello. This is an episode created for yesterday, March the 11th, related to communication skill set as well. Um, when we are having conversation with someone um, that is way above our level of thinking, or someone who is not in the line of a profession that we are in, to continue the conversation is usually tough because we're at a inferior position whereby um, we're we are only in the intake um, side versus offering ideas and opinions. That position is extremely uncomfortable when the communication is almost becoming a unilateral, and you always feel like to add some value to that conversation, but you had no idea how, because of the subject, because of the position. Um, so I want to share a little bit of tips today in terms of handling that kind of a situation, um, whereby you will regain your confidence, and by using some techniques you are able to circumvent that kind of a uh, feeling, emotion, and have the conversation continue on. So this is how it goes. There are really two approaches to take. Number one is elevating. Number two is deep diving. What I mean by stating these two is the following. When someone says something and it is not familiar to you and you cannot even say yeah, nay, usually people say, sure, sounds good. Wow, that's great. But those are empty statements that doesn't add any, don't add any values, right, to the other part. Therefore, there might not be another conversations in the future where you want to, right? You want it. So this is elevating, how elevating works, right? So when this person make a statement of something, you try to elevate that to a higher level. If it is a material thing, you elevate it to spiritual thing. When it is a tangible matter or action, you elevate it to something that is related to the future, the vision, the value. You elevate it, right? But this requires a skill set of not only articulating, but also um, connecting the dots and um, a deduction skill set. So be careful on how to use that, especially when the position of yours is is a more lower. I mean, it's a lower than the opponent. When you elevate the topic or the conversation, um, you may not be in the position to do so. All right, and the second is called deep dive. Deep dive means when someone made a statement, instead of say yes, no, okay, great, nodding your head, what you could do is to make it a more tangible, practical, pragmatically doable, and then ask or check for understanding. Um, this is how it goes. Somebody said, "Well, you really should, consider taking some multi vitamins for your bone density problem, for your sleeping problem." What you gonna say? Yes or no? Or just say sure, right? Or I don't agree with you. But these are neutral statement that is offered to you for free. Therefore, what you're gonna do? You're gonna say, sounds good. What exactly multivitamins would you suggest me to take? Right? You take one step down, one level of tangibility, right? One more tangibility level. Um, if somebody, the supervisor, management, asked you or made a statement about your assignment or work, what you could say, I see. Um, I plan to take your advice and put that into some tangible action plans in the next few hours. And I would like to get back to you and have you to look at it through. Is that okay with you? Oh boy, that conversation is going to make it so meaningful to the opponent. Therefore, you're going to meet up again, right? So, other than elevating and deep diving, there's another one, um, a more neutral approach you can use is called, well, tell me more. Why are you saying so? What do you really mean? A more global questions that essentially can at least buy yourself some time to continue the conversation while getting the opponent interested. So these three techniques are extremely helpful. Elevating, general question or global questions, or deep diving. It depends on your position and the conversation that you can use maybe one of those or a combination of a two or three altogether. With that said, I'm pumped up, fired up, and I feel toasted by the blessings. ZooMe.